Alrighty, we are recording. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being on our August Sip and Learn. Basically, it's just a coaching info sesh where you can learn a little bit about our team, what we do as coaches, how we earn, a little bit about our culture, our team culture, and hopefully get you to understand a little bit more about what we do because you're going to hear from myself, Nicole, and Shannon, and we are three of the leaders on our team. If we have other ones as well, but we love to collaborate and we love to share our stories and just kind of give others the idea of what you'll be doing if you decided to give this a shot. So to give you a little background on me, I am now a mom of four, which yes, I have too many kids. It's crazy, but I have a 6-year-old, 7-year-old son, 5-year-old son, a 2-year-old son, and then a baby girl who's about almost 4 months. And I started coaching about 5 years ago. It was on shortly after I had my second son, and it was my second C-section. I started seeing Shannon share her story and these quick and efficient workouts, and I decided to jump all in with the workouts. I wasn't going to jump in all in with coaching. That wasn't something that I was even on my radar. I just was needing a solution by being home with my kids. And backing that up, I am a former college athlete. I'm a huge runner. I was that person that was doing Orange Theory, taking bar classes, even had a personal trainer at times. I love fitness and health. And so when I decided to try home workouts, it was kind of a leap of faith, kind of like, oh, this isn't going to work for me, but I'm going to try it because I'm desperate. And I was home with my kids and I'm like, if I can do this during nap time, I'm all about it. So, fast forward to about 4 months in to doing the programs, I reached out to Shannon and I said, okay, sign me up for the discount. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think I want to coach and do what you're doing, but I love the programs and I want to continue this journey. So I signed up for the discount, and I have to tell you guys, it's funny to even hear me say this, but I never intended to make a business a full-time income, which it has turned to in today, through coaching. And I can say that right now that it was just because I decided, you know what, I thought of my family, some family friends, and my family members, good friends who I knew would benefit from these programs in this community. And that is pretty much why I decided, why not? Why not give it a shot? Why not go all in and invite others to do this? And I think the biggest thing for a lot of people is they don't see themselves doing it because of maybe it's fear holding them
We're
back. Maybe they
we're
feel like
crying over
coach
spilt milk.
is their coach is the coach. They can't inspire others, or they can't see themselves doing what we do. Or maybe you can, but you're just not sure how to do it and what we do. So I want to make sure that you guys feel confident that anyone can do this. I'm a mom of 4, Shannon's a mom of 5, Nicole's a mom of 3, has twins, and Shannon has twins as well. And I'm going to go ahead and share my slide or my screen so you guys can see. But the biggest thing is, you guys can see my slide, right? Okay. So the biggest thing that people ask is, what exactly is it that you do as a coach? And to keep it really simple for you is we work on being our best self. And what does that mean? It means that you dive into a program. Maybe you already are in a challenge group, and you're doing it with your current coach, or maybe you haven't even done that yet. But that is actually the best part, in my opinion, because it actually helps you stay more accountable to your goals. It helps you show up when you don't want to show up because you're like, okay, well, this is part of my job, and if I want to help and inspire others, I better show up tomorrow and I better get that workout in. And the best part is that you get to invite others. You get to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. It might not be easy, and I'm doing it in months, this crazy mom life, or maybe you're a working mom or working woman, and you're squeezing and you're making your health a priority. That, you guys, is in itself sharing and inspiring other people. And then we just basically help others do the same. So the best part that I love about this is inviting others. And I never feel like as a team, we are icky or we're salespeople. We're simply just saying, share your journey, share what is working for you, and see if you have some friends that want to join you and want to do it alongside you. The best part is that you don't have to be the expert. Beachbody has so many amazing programs all at our fingertips, not just on the fitness side, but also on the nutrition side. And so we just use those tools that are already in place. And then we say, hey, this is what I did. This is what's working for me. Do you want to do it with me? Do you want to join my accountability group? And just to go from that is you will never be doing the accountability groups on your own until you feel ready. So I always, and I know this is how Nicole and Shannon are too, and probably your coach, is you will just join along their accountability group, or we call them a challenge group. They either are ran on a private app or on Facebook, and you would just add your challengers to that group that your coach is doing. And that is the basics of what we do as a coach. You don't have to, be perfect with your nutrition, be perfect with your fitness, but it's just a matter of doing the best that you can and inviting others to do it alongside you. I like to consider myself as basically a cheerleader, and because I'm not the expert, I'm not anyone special, I'm not someone who, you know, I don't know. I'm definitely someone who loves to enjoy myself, and I have beers, I have cocktails, and I do other workouts too. I don't just do Beachbody. So I used to run 2 to 3 times a week, and I incorporate that into the fitness programs as well. And one thing that I did want to touch on, because this is something that can be intimidating, is just the social media aspect. So before I started coaching, I was that person that would share maybe a post every other week. Maybe it was of my kids or Nick and I somewhere on a trip. It was kind of like the highlight reel. And I never was someone that was active on social media. In fact, that was a big reason why I wanted to coach. If you can mute yourself, that would be awesome.
Hoy estoy terminando de lavar todos los platos. Claudia estaba limpiando todo con cloro.
I don't know who's
Todo lo que tocaste tú. Y mañana voy a trapear aquí. Do not get out of your room, Mom. Not even at night, not even any time. Like, stay here. We can bring you food here.
I'm muted.
Not to, like, sí, sobre todo fruta y eso. Sí, que mañana vamos a hacer. Pienso que mañana, ¿sabes qué puedo comer?
Sorry, guys.
Claudia.
O sea, manzana.
Hold on.
Puede ser un platón con manzanas. Pueden ser hasta las manzanas más bien lavadas.
Okay.
Si te fijas en cuadritos,
here we go. Okay, there. All right. There's always hiccups, and just this shows you guys that we are human, and we don't expect you to show it perfect. We are not perfect. I'm a hot mess mom behind this. And the best thing that I can tell you guys is just, you got to be you, and you got to embrace the mess. You got to embrace your daily struggles. You got to just go with it and share that, because people want to see truth and they want to see the mess ups, right? Because that makes you human. So what I was saying about social media, and I'm just going to finish this off before I hand it off to Nicole, is if you are sitting there going, but I don't like social media, or I'm not sure if I can do social media, and that scares me to share my journey with others, just know that I think majority of us can say that was kind of our concern. Like I said, wasn't someone who posted a lot, but what I have found by sharing my journey and kind of just getting vulnerable and putting myself out there and sprinkling my fitness journey, my mom life, is that I am relating to other moms out there and other women. And I've been able to connect with so many people because I've let my guard down and just said, you know what, I'm getting out of my comfort zone, but I'm going to give this a shot. And I think that's the biggest blessing that this business has given me, are the friendships and the community, especially during this time when, I mean, as you guys know, like COVID has just rocked our worlds, and being home with 4 of my kids, some of them not even going back to school yet, it's hard. And so I have a community of women and a team of like-minded people who are on the same journey as me. Whether it's not the same or not, we have each other. And so I always like to think of it as, I can inspire one person out there, and that's all that it mattered to me, is if one person says, you know what, thanks for posting that or sharing that in your stories. It got me to do my workout, or it made me eat healthier. I was about to have a cocktail, or whatever it might be. But it's truth, you guys. And we've all been there. We've all been scared of what others might think of us. But usually people are super supportive, and they want to support their friends or their family member. It's just a matter of getting outside of your comfort zone and letting your guard down. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it on to Nicole.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Welcome, everyone. And hi, I'm Nicole. I've been a coach for 4 years, and I have 3 daughters, a 4-year-old daughter who was born shortly before I started coaching, and then I have 2-year-old twins. So I also have my hands full, and I am a huge runner, and my team is called Team Run the World, and we are all about running. And that's just a testament to, this is the way that coaching works, is you're going to take whatever your interests are, and you're gonna just be yourself, but showing how Beachbody fits in with that. So no matter what it is, that's what you're gonna be doing. So my story actually starts back in 2011. I discovered Beachbody, and I was a runner. I had done a few half marathons, and I wasn't getting the times that I wanted, and I was kind of newer to it, and I had always been uncomfortable in my own skin. I was that latchkey kid that was coming home after school as a young girl, and I'm an only child, and I would come home and basically eat snacks and watch TV, and I gained a lot of weight. And basically through high school and even through college, I was just the constant yo-yo, the Monday diet starts Monday type person. I was like always liked sports, but I was never super into them. And I was definitely not the person I would ever think would be here telling you about, being a fitness coach. So when I did P90X, I went all in, and it was the first time in my life that something worked for me. And it taught me how to have a healthy relationship with food, most of all, which is funny because it's known for like the weightlifting component. But for me, I was just always dieting, and this didn't feel like, it sounds crazy, it didn't feel like a diet. Yes, I mean, I gave up certain things because I went all in and did the nutrition plan as planned. But when I came out of it, I just felt so good, and I learned that I could fuel my body and just have this healthy relationship with food. And it gave me so much confidence, because while I was doing P90X, I was also training for, it sounds crazy, my first marathon. And because of the strength that I got from P90X, I was like modifying it to go along with my running. This completely changed who I was. After I did that program, and I had lost 11 pounds by the end of it, I was in the best shape of my life. People were asking me like, what are you doing? This is insane. And I went on to just get super into running. I even did an Ironman triathlon, and it just gave me so much. It changed my life. It did. But I fell off from that. I was doing all sorts of other things. And then meanwhile, I was I'd found this new love for fitness and passion for it. And I remember looking and being in my cubicle. I was an accountant, and I never loved accounting. It was not something I was passionate about. And I was always like, I'm a hard worker, and I'm an achiever. And I just always had this disconnect with my job with accounting, because I would do the work and I would always want to move up and go to the next goal in accounting, but like, I didn't love what I was doing. So it just felt like, I always felt like I was letting myself down because I just didn't like what I was doing. And I was okay, but because it paid the bills and whatnot. But I remember researching, like, how can I do something with this? And I had started blogging and just sharing kind of my journey. And I was like, how could I make money blogging? But it was so overwhelming trying to figure out how to make money that way. And then, you can take on sponsorships, or you could become a personal trainer. But I was like, I don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. and go train people and then have to train on weekends and whatnot. I want to work on my schedule. And I couldn't figure out what I would do. So I kind of just gave up on that. But then I had my daughter, and I gained quite a bit of weight, and I was like, I couldn't get out to run as much. So I went back to Beachbody, and I did the programs, and I got introduced to Kelly and to coaching. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. And I was working full time in accounting. I was, commuting I was commuting long way. I was putting my daughter in daycare, and I was training for another marathon and being a Beachbody coach on top of all of this. So my plate was freaking full. Like, I did not have room to do Beachbody at all. I did not have a reason to do it besides maybe a little bit of extra money. But the reason I kept doing it was because I loved it. I fell in love with it. I just found myself like wanting to listen to our training calls on my drives, wanting to hook in with the community, wanting to show up, and like getting the feedback from your challenger the first time that you set them up with this program, and they send you a message and say, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I've, lost, it doesn't even matter about the weight. I've lost 10 pounds, but I'm feeling better than I ever have. It feels so good. And you start to create this community of just women who are by your side, and you're plugged in with our team, this incredible community. And it just feels good. It felt good. I never in my life, like I always thought that work was something that you did to pay the bills and that you just did and you suffered through, to be honest. And what I do is I love what I do as a coach. I love it so much. And in the end, this has been an outlet for me to eventually, I did leave my job, and now I am able to make a full-time income with coaching 4 years later. It's been a journey. You have to put in the hard work to get there. But it has been so worth it because it's like, I truly enjoy it. And it has given me it's just given me so much. And like I said, I had twins during this time. So when I was 7 months pregnant with my twins, my husband, called me downstairs and was like, okay, Nicole, I had left my job already. I was doing coaching on the side. I was home with my daughter and it was something I loved. I was so happy to be home with her. And he was like, I got laid off. And I was like, okay, what are we going to do? Because I am 7 months pregnant. How am I going to go? Like, I can't do anything. I just felt helpless. Like, I can't go interview for jobs. I remember being in the shower and just like all of a sudden having the realization, I'm like, we're not going to have health insurance and we're going to have twins. And I was just like freaking out. And it was kind of I don't know the exact moment, but in that time, it just started brewing. And I was like, I love Beachbody. I know that this can change people's lives. I've seen Kelly and Shannon make a full-time income with this. I've seen people make multiple 6 figures with this. And I'm like, this can change our lives. Like, what am I afraid of? What am I holding back? And I realized that I had a lot of fears and that I was letting those fears continue to hold me back. And part of it was because, unlike Kelly, I was sharing on social media prior to being a Beachbody coach. I was sharing my running. I had a blog about running. And I think I had created all these followers, and I was afraid of what they were going to think of me if I was inviting them to coaching or inviting them to my challenge group. So I wasn't giving it my all. I wasn't giving it what it deserved. And my advice for anyone who's joining this is just to go all in, because this can change your life and this can change so many people's lives. The people that you're afraid to invite, you just never know what they are going to get out of this. And it's like, right now, it's changed my life so much that I'm like, I don't know. I just have this excitement and passion for sharing that. And of course, if you join, it's going to take maybe some time to get into that, but it's truly been, it's the best. And Kelly now, who I didn't even know before coaching, is, one of my closest friends. I had my twins on the same day she had her son, and we just have this incredible community. And I just love it. So what I'm going to talk about is the money and the business side, because like I said, I used to be an accountant. So this is my specialty. So Beachbody is a network marketing business, which basically means that instead of Beachbody spending all of their advertising and marketing budget on Facebook ads and billboards or whatever it is, they use a portion of that to pay coaches to spread the word and to share this with other people who they know. And it's just kind of like anything, right? Like, if you love Stitch Fix, right, you have a referral code and you give it to your friends. They understand that people want to join people that they know, they like, and they trust. And that is what network marketing is all about. So it's pretty awesome, because when I'm supporting, Target, I'm supporting the business, the CEO, the stock, and all of that. When I'm supporting Beachbody, you're supporting a small business, you're supporting a family. And I think that's an incredible part of network marketing. And I personally try to support as many other women in network marketing as possible. So the way that it works is that Beachbody pays you there's several different ways you can earn income, but the primary one as a new coach is going to be commissions. So that means that when you sell someone a challenge pack, which is the package that they need to get set up with a year of Beachbody on demand, either our Shakeology or a performance line, you're going to earn a commission of approximately $50. It depends on the package. So in this example, you can see how that can work. So say in month 1, you bring on 3 people with the challenge packs, and that's all you sell. So there's so many things that we offer. And that's one of the cool things about Beachbody is we are constantly innovating. We're coming out with new programs, new products, new supplements, and you don't have to use them all. people are going to want to do what you do. So right now, for example, a lot of us are doing MBF, this new program. And that was, if you're brand new to Beachbody, we're just going to have you do the new program, and you're going to invite people to do that same thing with you and probably get set up with the same package you got set up with. So let's say that you have 3 people join you in month 1, and that would help you earn what we call Success Club, which is our first, it's our monthly sales, recognition system. So you would earn $150. And so in month 2, let's just say that out of those 3 people, that they all decide to stay on their Shakeology home direct order. And so they continue that, and that would add up to $96 more in the next month. Plus you add 3 more people, that's $246. So you can see that just by these commissions, you could earn $800 in your first 3 months. And so this is the caveat to all of this, is everything, you can earn much more than this in your first month, and you can earn less than this in your first month. It's all going to depend on whether or not you follow the directions that we're going to give you, and you put yourself out there, you invite people to join you. And it's also partially going to depend on what's your network like going into this? Some people might have a lot more success initially, and others might have to work a little bit harder for it. But I truly believe that anyone with following the guidance that we give you, you can have success and you can share this. And the cool part is you're working on yourself in the meantime. So if you look at it as I'm going to have fun with this, I'm going to, work on my own. We always want you to go all in with a program first and get some great results, share the journey of that with people, and then share it along the way and invite people to join you. And that's how you earn money. So in terms of your cost, you're going to want to sign up with a challenge pack yourself. So that's going to cost $160 depending on which package. And then going forward, you're just going to pay a $15 a month coach fee. And that covers things we don't have you, everyone gets a website. So when people buy the packages through you, you don't have to pay the credit card fees or anything. That's all covered in it's only $15 a month fee, which is crazy. If you know anything about business, an expense of $15 a month is insanely low. So you technically don't have to buy any of your own products each month, but we do recommend that you at least stay on either Shakeology or the performance line each month so that you can achieve what we call Success Club. And then also you can just be a testament and say, I like this. So you might want to figure out which of those products you like, or maybe you're going to love them all like I do, because I literally use everything, but that is not required. So you're not putting your family at any risk with this. You have that initial investment. You can cancel it at any time. You don't have to hold inventory. You're not going to get stuck with anything. It's very, very simple. And to address the pyramid scheme thing, pyramid schemes are illegal. Pyramid schemes are when you are signing up people on your team and you're not actually selling anything. So that is not what Beachbody is about. We lead with our programs and with our products. And if people love them and they want to be coaches and they want to share this with others, then they're part of our team. But we are not a pyramid scheme. And you definitely do not have to worry about that. Because I know that's often a husband question. Husbands are like, that sounds like one of those pyramid things, right? So you can tell your husband it is not. So a couple of the other perks that I think are pretty awesome about coaching is not only do you have this commission structure, is that we're a team. So not only do you benefit when you get to your first, it's called rank advancement, by the coaches that you bring onto your team. So maybe they want a discount, or maybe they want to work the business, but you also our whole team works together to create these extra bonuses called team cycle bonuses. So I'm not going to go into details on those, but that is where the income can truly grow. And then as you become a leader, you can earn leadership bonuses that start at around $1,000 and they go up to $40,000 a quarter. So those are crazy. Obviously that takes some time. And all of this requires some patience and knowing that you're going to be a beginner, and that you need to learn and get good at the beginning parts of our business, and then you're going to grow, and maybe that team comes later. But just focus on your own journey, and that's the number one thing. The last thing I just want to talk about is how awesome our community is and some of the cool things that we do, which is we have a lot of opportunities to not only get together in person, but also virtually. And I know right now with COVID, and again, back to when I had my twins, that year after I had my twins was some of the loneliest year of my life if I hadn't had Beachbody, because it was freaking hard to get a 2.5-year-old out the door, plus twins out the door to go meet friends for play dates. And I can't tell you how many times I passed up on those things. And it was so nice to have this virtual community that I could plug in with. We have, like my team has happy hours each week, and we have power hours where we work together and we show you exactly what you need to do. We have team calls where we do trainings with you, and we have a team page so you feel connected. And of course, you're in our challenge groups, which is incredible too. But the in-person events are the best, and this year has totally sucked for that. But last year, we went on a cruise. If you can earn a free, fully paid cruise, you accrue points based on your challenge pack sales. And I was able to go on the cruise last year, fully paid. I brought my best friend and paid for her trip too with the earnings that I had accrued through this business. And my twins were like a year and 1 month old. And it was just such a big deal because I would not have gone on that trip, but I needed that freaking trip, you guys. I was so ready to, I miss my kids, of course. I love them, but I was like, Mama needs a break. And I would not have been like, husband, I need to take a 5-day vacation with my girlfriends to go on this cruise. So the trip is amazing. And you can bring your entire family if you don't want to go with your best friend. But we couldn't find childcare for our kids at that age. So, but it was amazing. We have that. We have our annual summit trip, and which is our conference, and everyone's invited to that. And it's just an incredible community. You'll find like, these are some of my best friends now on our team, and it's just awesome. So I will hand it over to Shannon.
All right, thanks, Nicole. So for those who don't know me, my name is Shannon Leach. I am from Everett, Washington. And I, like Kelly said, am a mom of 5. I still say that out loud and can't believe it, but I remember when I hear my screaming children upstairs with my husband. My oldest is 5.5. She is starting kindergarten this year, which is a whole bag of emotions with all the virtual learning. And then I have Jameson, my son, is 4, Madden 2.5, and I have 9-month-old twins, Camden and Chloe. And I've been coaching for over 5 years now. I'm also a nurse practitioner. I recently left my job to be home with my kids and to coach. And I'm just so grateful that coaching has allowed me to do that. And especially now through all of this, I truly cannot imagine trying to be working outside the home. And so it has been one of the biggest blessings for me. Pre-Beachbody, so to really understand my story and how much Beachbody has impacted my life and my family's life, I struggle with infertility. And all of our kids are from the product of IVF, so the story ends very well. But I found out very quickly. I had played college soccer. That's how Kelly and I met, actually. I was running marathons. I actually had trained for the Boston Marathon. I ran the year of the bombing. And it was after that marathon that we decided we wanted to start having kids. And my doctor had said, well, let your body just kind of reset after marathon training. And we'll see what happens, because my hormone levels were off. I very quickly found out that there was no way that I would conceive on my own, and that fertility treatments were the only option. And so we started with artificial insemination, and we had 2 failed cycles of that, and they told us, IVF is really your only option. For those of you guys might know people that have gone through this, you might not, but IVF is extremely expensive. And it's more so the emotional aspect of it that was so incredibly hard. It was really one of the hardest periods of my life. I felt so isolated and alone. I didn't really know very many people that had gone through it. So I just had a lack of support and didn't really know who to turn to. We had to go into debt for the first cycle because most insurance companies don't cover IVF. They give you a little lump sum to do your first consultation visit, and that is about it. And so it's just an emotional roller coaster of not knowing if I was ever going to be a mom. I had no idea what my future held for me. We started our first cycle. I was told partway through it that my body wasn't responding well, thinking that we were going to have to cancel it. And that first transfer failed. So we had gotten 3 embryos from that cycle, which was amazing. We transferred 2 and neither of them took. And I remember getting that call and just thinking like, I'm never going to be a mom. And it was one of those things that many of us want and wanted and hopefully are now. But I really didn't know if I was ever going to be. And it was just a really horrible time in my life. But fast forward, we transferred our third embryo of that round, and that is my daughter. And so I was nearing the end of that pregnancy. And I just decided, like, I have no idea. Like, I don't think I'm going to get to a gym. Everyone said your life changes. And a friend introduced me to Beachbody and workouts. And I thought, why not? I'll give this a shot. I was a huge skeptic of home workouts because I had, done marathons and triathlons and played college soccer. But I did think, like, if nothing else, this is better than nothing. And I very quickly realized that home workouts are, in fact, the very thing that has got me in the best shape of my life. They were amazing. It allowed me to work out while my babies were napping or still sleeping in. But most of all, I fell in love with the community. I fell in love with the results. And I heard my upline coach had left her job as a lawyer, and I realized the potential to do this as a business was real and something that I could do to hopefully save for my future fertility treatments. When I first started, I really was doing it selfishly. I just wanted to focus on getting back to a place of confidence and strength. But when I thought about the fact that we would have to do fertility treatments in the future, I wanted to share it with other people because it had changed my life so much as a busy mom. And I knew that it could help our family. So at the end of that first year, I went all in with it. I just started sharing with the people that were my closest friends and family, and started growing a team. And at the end of that year, we went to do our second IVF cycle. And I realized that as a coach in my first year, I'd made like almost exactly what we needed for our second IVF cycle. And it was just a pivotal moment for me of what this business can do for you, but not just the financial aspect. It really, having that support system then through my second IVF cycle and then my third IVF cycle, a community of people, an outlet of where I could help other people, taking that financial burden off my shoulders just made everything else easier. Even though the physical aspect was still difficult, the emotional aspect was still difficult. So to say that Beachbody and coaching has changed my life is the biggest understatement of the world, because it has helped me become a mom. It has helped me grow my family. And now it has helped me come home to be with my family when they need me the most. I will say the income disclaimer is just that Beachbody does not guarantee any income, but the potential is there. And it is, you put in the hard work, and you have the opportunity to earn a full-time income. I realized that coaching wasn't just a side gig, and for a while, that's what I treated it as a hobby. But in a very short period of time, I realized it was a legitimate opportunity to just provide me for more freedom in my life. Again, it was the most positive outlet in the hardest times. Now during COVID, when I had my twins, which was just back in last November, and I cannot imagine not having this team and community through all of that. Once I became a mom, though, I shared that I was a nurse practitioner. I was a nurse practitioner working nearly full time until just recently. So for the 5 years of coaching. So just know, if you have another job, you're a busy mom, you can do this too. And we help you learn the tools and tricks to fit it into the cracks of your day, so that then down the road, you can have more freedom with however you want it to fit into your life. But the more kids I had, the more I realized that I didn't want to be working 40+ hour shifts. But I still wanted to be a working mom and have something for me, because that's something that I've always loved and enjoyed, was having something that I was passionate about, where I was feeling I was contributing to my family. And coaching has allowed me to do that, but on my terms. I get to work my schedule. I get to do it when the kids nap. I get to do it whatever fits into my life and not the other way around. I've been able to build a full-time income, and actually am on track to surpass what I was making as a nurse practitioner, which again, to me, I just sometimes have to pinch myself and think, I get to share health and fitness with other people. I get to help them do these programs that I'm absolutely in love with. I get to mentor women that become my best friends. And it is really, truly a huge blessing. And it's why I just continue to share it so passionately, because it has changed my life so much. And our team's amazing. So I hope you become a part of it, because it really is incredible. Coaching is simple. It's not easy. You will put in hard work, but it is very, very simple. And we have created tools and systems put in place so that brand new coaches can start off and be incredibly successful even in their first few weeks as a coach. Our team is full of incredibly hardworking, busy women, and we all learn from each other. We share what's working well, and what scripts we're using, and what is the best practices at that time. You do not have to be an expert. I am always constantly learning, and that is the beauty of this business. We have a new coach checklist. We will walk you through the basics. We mentor each of our new coaches that come in. And as you bring new people in, we will help mentor them until you get to a place where you feel confident doing that. As Kelly mentioned, your number one focus is on your own journey as a coach. So when you get started as a coach, your first job will be to choose a program. Right now, Nicole mentioned MBF is muscle burns fat. It is by far one of my top 2 favorite programs, I would say. So that is what I would recommend you start with. It's also what's on promotion this month. But you can choose any program that you would like. And you will choose a program, and then you just invite other people to join you. One of your first goals as a coach is just to get 3 people to join you the same way that you get started. And that will actually help pay for your starter pack. So if you just start thinking right now, like, who are 3 people that I would want to do this with? Maybe it's a best friend. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's, your high school friend. But just 3 people that could benefit from the accountability or programs or even this coaching opportunity. And that's where you start. You just start with family and friends, and we will help you with the tools of how to share it with them. As a coach, you get discounts on all the products, which is amazing. And we have incredible products that you will fall in love with. And you get plugged into a challenge group. Kelly mentioned that you will co-lead that together. You'll get plugged into our team and community, and just begin your journey and one-on-one mentorship with your coach. If you enroll with a challenge pack, which are shown here, so challenge pack just means that you get a year of our streaming of the workouts, a month of the shakes, which is a daily complete nutrition shake. You also get the cordless jump rope and portion containers, or you can get the deluxe, which includes our pre-workout and post-workout, all of which I have every single day. But your coaching enrollment fee is waived. You also get access to both of our nutrition programs, which are incredible. One is portion control based, and one is more mindful eating. And these are included this month, which is actually honestly the best deal I've ever seen in my 5 years of coaching. So it's really easy to get started. And then you will get provided the tools to be successful as a coach and as a new coach. If you want to be part of an incredible team and you have a willingness and desire to put in the effort, you're coachable and you just want to help others, and we would love to welcome you to our team and mentor you. So all you need to do is just reach out to the person that invited you here, let them know that you are ready to get started, and we will help you do that. So I just want to open it up to you guys for any questions at all, and don't hesitate to ask any if you have anything on the back of your mind. That's what we're here for. Otherwise, if you think of something after the fact, feel free to reach out to the person that invited you here as well.
Yay, good time.
Good job, Shannon. I always almost cry when I hear your story.
Thank you. I always cry too. I've told that a lot of times, but it's
So glad you guys made it on. I know it's just such a crazy busy time, whether you're on the West Coast or East Coast. Either way, we appreciate you hopping on. And I always look at it like this. Before I signed up to, when I joke with my husband, I always would say, I guess I have nothing to lose. The biggest thing that I would gain from it is a community of like-minded women, positivity, and hopefully get in the best shape of my life. And it has given me all that, except when I started coaching and actually doing the work and putting in some of the time, I was able to earn not only my products, but now I'm able to stay home with my kids. So anyway, reach out to the coach that invited you if you have any questions, and we hope to welcome some of you guys to our team.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.